Hey, welcome everybody to welcome everybody to here. Yes. Welcome everybody to the World Livability Podcast Network podcast, and it's on the World Livability Podcast Network. This show was started a few years ago by Kurt Ruskoff and with our other partner Marcus Hart of Transforming Media. The show launched on July 26th, 2020, which was the 30th anniversary of the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act here in the US by then President George H.W. Bush. And so we are here every Saturday at 2 p.m. Central, 3 Eastern. If anybody is interested in joining us, we'd love to have you. So we have one person here joining us. This is the first time I am meeting. Sounds like he is over in Dublin, overseas.
We're about 3.5 minutes from Shannon International Airport, so we're at the other side of the country. So it takes us a few hours to go to Dublin.
Yes. So, Damon, would you like to say a little bit about who you are, what you do?
I'm Damon Matthew Wise, capital A circumflex, U circumflex. I was the first autistic on the first board of people with disabilities, been representing autism at conferences since February 31 years ago. I'm National Secretary and Chief Executive Officer, unpaid voluntary of the National Council of People with Disabilities, both members and charitable companies limited by guarantee, and a National Coordinator and Advocate of NCPD, Autistic Advocacy Council of Ireland. So I'm a grandson of Belgian resistance leaders, so we have an apartment and office in Belgium, which allows us to represent autism, disability, equality, human rights in European institutions, committees, conferences, and allowed me to go down to the Palace Wilson to United Nations Committee on the Rights of People with Disabilities in Geneva.
Awesome. How did you get into doing all that?
Very awkwardly. I have electric wheelchair for me going out in the car and airplane, and a mobility scooter for accessible buses and trains. So I have bags specially made to carry me and the electric wheelchair on coaches and airplanes and car. So it's very, very difficult, but I do it because it has to be done. So there's the wheelchair folded up behind me there, and on the left is the big bag with the wheelchair engine, the fifth stabilizer wheel, and the left and right pedal. And on the right is a small bag which has the electric engine and charger, which goes into cabin because you're not allowed to take lithium batteries in the hold of an airplane or a coach. So that's my mobility scooter by the front door in the hall. So this was me in the hostel in Lyon on the weekend of the Paris bombing, the Monday after which I went over to Geneva on my way back, avoiding all of the terrorist incidents and stuff like this. My autistic sense of what was appropriate to move on and where not to go kept me away from all of the terrorist incidents and ahead of anything that happened. So I avoided several things. I would have been on the same route as the terrorists between Brussels and Paris, and the hostel we're staying in, 2 blocks up the same road, a guy was found with a bazooka. And when I pulled out of the Palace Wilson in Geneva from the United Nations, a guy went by gunpoint to take his children out of school. The airport was closed due to some security issue. And passing by Nancy, there I saw bomb disposal squads heading down the Joe Cadre, who was the petrol station I just decided that I had to leave as soon as possible to get away from. So many a situation like that I experienced on that weekend, whereby I just trusted my secondary nervous system and my gut to basically not go places or get out of the way as soon as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't need any like injuries or anything like that unnecessarily.
No, I mean, the car was problematic, and I reported it a few minutes after getting to Brussels National Airport when it broke down less than 5 minutes out of the airport, and the equipment kept on breaking down and stopped working, and switched off the gears and the brakes and the speedometer and stuff like that. Kept on having to pull in by handbrake, switching off the engine, restarting several times. One time I was sliding down the Alpine Pass from Switzerland, going downhill, and had to pull in behind trucks in the truck stop by handbrake because I had no brakes going down the mountain pass. So me knowing when and when not to do things is kind of lost, gets used to trusting my feelings as a Jedi, as it were.
Yeah. Looks like we are adjourned here by our debt crusher Ralph. Hi Ralph, how's it going?
Good morning. Good afternoon, I should say. How's everybody doing today?
Good, how are you?
Here it's 8 minutes past 8 p.m. Or sorry, 9 minutes past 8 p.m. or 21:09 on this mobile.
It's 10 after 3 here for me, so it was my mistake. It just feels like morning.
I think that happens to everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I travel so much that I get somewhat confused if my mobile phone doesn't have both British and Western European time on it. I can't tell the difference, but my screen allows me to see both European and Greenwich Mean Time, or British Summer Time as it now is. Wherever I am, it will tell me the local time and temperatures and stuff like that. So it's handy.
Well, it's good to have.
Like when I was talking to Greta in Karlstad about issues that she would have treating her as autistic, because she's not really autistic, because she was sitting there with a puzzle book and a thermos and laminated sheet on the camping chair and stuff like that. So I was telling her the kind of issues that we had as autistics, being told we're not really autistic because we can do all of these things, we're just pretending it and just looking for publicity and stuff like that. All those things that I experienced over the last 30 odd years, she ended up experiencing as well, since my diagnosis was reconfirmed on the morning of Star Trek 6 Years in the Country in 1992.
Not sure that you two have met before. Do you want to introduce yourself a little bit? And then,
Sure. I'm Ralph Dana. I'm with Dana Sales. I'm in every multi-level marketing, every multi-level industry. So I have over 5,000 name brand products and over 3,500 partner stores. But the one I talk about mostly, though, is my Debt Crusher. It's a GPS financial software that runs thousands of algorithms in the background for my clients. It tells them on each month how much to pay on each one of their debts. It does come with a warranty, so I can actually tell them how much interest we're going to save them and the exact day, month, and year they're going to become debt free. But we all know life happens. Cars don't last forever. They might have to do some fixing around the house, or they might want to go on a dream vacation. They can put those numbers into the program. It'll tell them what their payment is going to be and how much time they're adding before they become debt free. But the people I'm really looking to help are people that say they're living paycheck to paycheck, because when I show them where their money is going at the end of the month, I had one person that was spending just under $8 a day at Starbucks, which added up to $237 a month. She decided to put $37 of that towards her debt, but more importantly, she was able to go to her financial advisor and say, I now have $200 to invest in my future. Those are the people I'm looking to help. I'm Ralph Dana, the Debt Crusher.
Damon, would you like to introduce yourself? Damon.
I thought I already introduced myself. I'm Damon Matthew Wise, Capital A Circumflex, Circumflex, National Secretary, CEO of Members and Charitable CLGs of National Council of People with Disabilities, National Coordinator and Advocate of NCPD Autistic Advocacy Council of Ireland. So for 31 years, I've been raising autistic disability human rights in different jurisdictions. I travel around taking people's issues and helping them get support in otherwise situations they just feel completely overwhelmed because they're not getting anywhere. So.
Okay.
Ralph, have you ever traveled overseas at all?
Me, no, the only other country I've been to is Canada.
Oh.
I went to Canada in 1977, across around Lake Superior to Ontario and back through Niagara Falls. And in 1982, from upstate New York to Montreal in Quebec. But not been to Canada in a very long time.
Yeah, me also. I think the last time was in the late 70s also.
Ralph, where did you go in Canada?
Montreal, Quebec, and Niagara Falls.
Yeah, I'd like to get to Niagara Falls sometime. I just haven't.
Yeah, it's a remarkable place. Just to watch the force of that water.
Yeah, both sides of Niagara Falls. The Canadian side is a lot more impressive to see than the American Niagara Falls. From the American side, you don't have as good a view of all the falls.
Yes.
The Canadian side, you can see the Maid of Mists going under the falls and coming back out. Like, it's quite impressive.
So Ralph, how was the your donation thing going? With
Not that good. I expected more. I still have to sit back and go through all the paperwork now.
Your hair's coming back very nicely.
Yeah, it's coming in faster than I thought it would.
Um, so not sure if Damon turned off his camera. Damon, have you heard of the Happy Neighborhood Project at all? Guess maybe he's multitasking. So Ralph, before you go, I'm not sure if I don't remember if I've asked you this question or not. Like before you got into doing what you're doing now, like what were you doing, or how did you get into what you're doing now?
Yeah, I'm still a realtor. I've been a realtor for 40 plus years. But I was introduced to Market America by a couple of my partners. Over the years, they were showing me different things, and I finally took the leap and joined the company after one of them noticed I was having pain in my shoulder. He gave me a product. And when I used it, I was pain free the first night, and I used it for a few days and continuously pain free. And I've been on the product now for over 3 years and no pain whatsoever. I had when I was a teenager, I had a bad bicycle accident. I wound up with bursitis really bad, and it didn't bother me for over 20 years. And then all of a sudden it kicked in again, and it was waking me up between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning in severe pain. And so when I started taking the product and it got rid of the pain, and I've been pain free since, I said, okay, show me the company and enter a compensation plan. And I never seen any compensation plan like this. So the rest is history.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad we're pain free now. Damon's back. I think.
Sorry, I was just looking up my first passport visa for entry to US in 1977.
Oh,
Issued in the American Consulate of Antwerp, which before 1944 was Gestapo headquarters in Antwerp. When my grandparents liberated it with the assistance of Montgomery's Batman, who then became my step grandfather after the Second World War. So, family history. Just down the road from where my sister's family lived on Berkeley in Antwerp, my mother city.
Mm.
So when I travel around looking for photographs and stuff like that in my profile, it seems that I disappear from screen view when I'm looking through my folder. So that's what apparently happened, because I didn't have the volume on. The background just disappeared and whatnot. So what I'm doing now is I'm looking through my photo albums, looking up historical information and images to share while I'm talking to you now. But a few months I was in Dublin, and we became the photo album cover for a concert. I don't know if you know of this guy at all. See if I can find the pictures.
So Damon, we're not seeing your background or screen or whatever.
I know that because I'm flicking through my photo album.
Oh,
So
okay.
last time I had the volume off so you couldn't actually hear me as well when I'm flicking through the photo album. So do you know this guy?
Yes. Yep. Weird Al. Yep.
So back a few months ago,
Oh,
well,
kind
that's the-
here.
same. I'm looking for the pictures from the stuff because the tour of the concerts in Dublin, we were the photo album cover.
Oh,
That's
okay.
my album. Just a minute.
Yeah. So while you're looking, Damon, we have Barbara who's joined us. Hi, Barbara.
Hello.
Oh, she's connecting to audio here. Okay. Hi, Barbara.
Hi, Emily.
How are you? Glad you could come on today.
Eh,
Do you have anything you like to, any stories or anything you like to talk about today?
Yeah,
Barbara?
yeah, definitely. I'd love to share the miracle that I saw yesterday in my own life.
Okay. What was that?
Okay, you know, I've had like the last couple of years all these really serious disabilities, you know, with operating on my back and my neck and not being able to walk and use my hands and all kinds of problems like that that's gone on for like the last 3 years, you know. And then I was talking to somebody, you know, we're talking about Joe Dispenza, we're talking about how powerful our thoughts are, you know, how powerful our minds are as far as what we're plugging into our life and what we're creating. And things are getting kind of bad for me. And I just decided, all right, you know, I'm fighting this. So I called my friend who goes to the beach before the sun comes up and asked, you know, for her to take me. And another friend where I get to walk. And, you know, it's supposed to be trying to walk 3 miles a day. And she's doing yoga at a park. And she says, yeah, she'll be there. She'll be doing the class. And I get there. And then I got a friend who's going to farms to get natural produce. It's like everything I could think that would keep me, you know, in positive environments, doing positive things. And as I'm doing all this, you know, my body's feeling more and more better. Like first I was thinking, you know, no one should have to live in so much pain, right? People, it's just, you shouldn't have to live in a lot of pain. But the pain was gone. And then I come home and then they say you take the first couple steps and then watch what the universe brings to you. And somebody that I had just met online a couple months ago, you know, they said, how are you? And I said, I'm hurting a lot. And they said, what can I do? And I said, you can come and chant with me. All of a sudden that person's at the door with flowers. And so this whole day went by without my being in pain, you know, without, I mean, it was just incredible. You know, it was like a miracle. But then I realized, like, you know, trying to figure out what do I do to try to keep that up. Where I would love to be in the next couple of days is at this rainbow gathering. And if I could try to read to you what I just wrote somebody about the rainbow gatherings, if y'all have like 2 minutes for me to read this. Let's see.
Sure. Right ahead.
Yeah, I can do this. Yeah. Okay. Here's what I wrote. I'm, you know, trying to deal with things here with the air conditioning units breaking. worrying about not having money to fix it. And so I started with, I'm going to have air conditioning people being at the condo, and I'm going to be there. I don't know how I'm going to make it all happen yet, but that's how I started my writing. But then I told this lady, thank you. I know my parents are smiling down on you for your efforts to try to protect me and my children. Your mother told me you were very nurturing. I've always hoped to bring friendship and a sense of more family to your life. I've so admired your abilities and still hope to be more like you, LOL. Sincerely, if I can muster the ability to heal, I would still like to make you proud and happier. Seems like you work hard holding the world up for everyone. And I would love to see I can help you play and we can laugh together. I'm saying all this to say, sort of joking, but how would you and Dan, as her husband, like to go to the National Rainbow Gathering on this 4th of July? I've gone many years, starting in 1976. This was when the brightest, highly educated, willing to be vegetarian leaders were coming to teach and learn from and heal each other. No money being exchanged, everything free, gifts of love, and we would say we were creating the vision of the future. I would stay in the Kitty Village for my children most years and still try to find the best teachers. So many villages: Sister Village, Jesus Village, Jerusalem Village, Hare Krishna Village, Musical Village. Wait. Okay, just lost it a second. Musical Village. Yeah, chiropractic and massage therapy village. I love being with the village for biological scientists, going to the mountaintops and lakes and meadows, gathering what was edible to share with the large community. One year, 30,000 people were quoted for how many people showed up. The American Indians every year create Indigenous Village with a sweat lodge. One year, lawyers created a village to try and teach the best ways of self-protection. Feds and heads working together. One of the best friends who now is having trouble walking and seeing due to old age and obesity is driving a van with others leaving from DC tomorrow. He's doing it because he knows people are counting on him to continue to be a leader. He helps get out the maps and the info about where nurses and doctors hang out at what we call comm centers. He helps people know who is trying to teach where. I love how Kitty Village organizers bring fishnet to make the climbing trees really safe. One year, a horse for children to ride. Alan knows who should have walkie-talkies in case children get lost or someone's hurt. Anyone too angry gets a support person to consciously stay by their side and listen. So much beauty at the Rainbow Family gatherings. So well thought out for water and cleanliness. Park rangers and government officials are promised the environment's going to be left in better shape than before. Locals are told to double up on what they have to sell as people come and go to the sound of "Welcome home, brother. Welcome home, sister." I might not make it this year, but next year I'd love to be able to treat you and yours to one of the happiest places I know. It's a different national forest every year. Oh, yeah. So I want to share about the rainbow gatherings. And then also, I've been saying forever, I've been doing this Buddhist practice, chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo and making miracles happen, getting scholarships to do graduate work and making miracles happen as far as the children, that I have and the homes that I've gotten, I've been given. But this is the hardest one, that's aging, sickness, and death stuff, saying we really have the ability. We can. It's what Jesus said, we can heal ourselves. It's what Jews are waiting for, the Messianic period. I was told Muslims have that, same belief that we have all kinds of potential. And, it's exciting. It's exciting to hear and know and try to work with. So that's what I wanted to say. Was I audible and articulate and made sense to anybody?
No, yeah, I can hear you.
Yay.
It's all good. Yeah, it was very good story. Very interesting. Like, where did you find that story? Or hear
Oh,
about
about the
the
rainbow
story?
gathering? No,
Uh-huh.
I've been going every year since the 70s.
Oh,
Every time I could go. That was like my story.
oh,
they're both
okay,
my
okay. I
stories.
wasn't totally making the connection there. Sorry.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's happening. It's happening in New Hampshire National Forest this 4th of July.
Oh well.
Want to go? I do.
Well, if I could make it out there, maybe. But yeah, maybe someday I could
Every
get it.
4th of July, every Valentine's Day, there's a regional gathering somewhere
Okay.
in our areas. And the one year I went was the year that the shooting happened, in Florida. And
Okay.
somehow I just had a feeling. I was a Lyft driver that day, and I just had a feeling, if I want to be in the car driving, let me drive to Ocala and go to the regional rainbow gathering and be there as a matriarchal person, as an older woman, to support and listen to the young, the people that show up, right? The younger people that show up. And it's interesting because I ended up I slept on my pocketbook around the main fire. I went without a tent or sleeping bag or anything. But I thought that was very kind of mystic, that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just got back from Paris, and this is a true story too. I mean, I know I would, this life, death, pain. I got to go to a wedding there that was amazing. The couple met because of their love for the French Revolution and reenacting it.
Mhm.
And the wedding, they dressed like in that time period. They were both in white and blue and had flower garlands around their head and asking for people to try to come dressed like how people dressed in the French Revolution.
Mhm.
And it was amazing to be in Paris and experience the outdoor cafes and all the gardens and the young people that do take off and go to the capital on Fridays. They take off from school, to ask for people to get more serious about what we're doing to create a sustainable future for them. I mean, that was happening there. But it was
That's
interesting.
awesome.
Yeah. It's a lot
Did
of,
everybody look like they were from the French Revolution?
yeah. I wonder is there a way that I can I got pictures, but is there a way for me to show them to this screen here now?
Yeah, do you have them on like your phone or where do
Yeah.
you?
On my phone.
Which you're on your phone right now, right? Are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Mm,
Maybe as my background, right?
yeah, that might be the
I'll try. I can try to do
if
that.
you want right now. Otherwise, yeah, if you could send them to me, I could share them, or I don't know, could figure something out.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, while you're working on that, I wanted to maybe bring up a couple things here. I am going to share my screen too.
Oh, my dog's bone.
Yeah, we're gonna do this. They're working with somebody that we met through Happy Neighborhood Project. With what he has. He's the founder of something called Easy Expo. And it is, think of it as like going to like a conference, but it's virtual.
Uh-huh.
Because there's where you can have a booth and have there is booth, and you can put different videos and have different things up there, so like everybody could go around, and so we have like a conference. And can register as a attendee, so and there is a let me share my screen here.
I gotta pick up this. My son's calling. I gotta like see what he needs. Like,
Okay, no worries.
okay, I'll be okay. Let's see how to do this.
So so there is where you can have, there is a auditorium here, or here's other past podcasts that are done that I've put up here, so you can go ahead and see like past episodes of different things. There is a virtual hall. These different topics. You can see the different organizations or called like exhibitors that I put in here. James Ferguson, Live Creatively. This is Project Die Hard. The Afro International Film Festival, which is coming up this October, so in just a few months, in Atlanta, Georgia, October 12th through 14th. There is the Maury Method, which is Maury Zelkovich and Brainwave Entrainment. There is John's Coffee Chat, which is one of our podcasts that we are helping with. There is there's Healthy Beginnings and or the Women. There is the Dark First Miles event, which is done by Isabel Grace Photography down in Texas. There's the Nature Lane Network. A second later, which is with Molly Welsh and all about educating people of the dangers of distracted driving. And Miracles Hope, others here. And we have a lobby where we have ROBI here, but there'll be a different listed of the events that are going on. And there is a lounge where you can video chat, chat with other people, and text chat. There are people who are on here. And so if anybody is interested in having me put some of their things up here, just let me know. I can do that. You can like log in as a attendee and be able to see different videos and things I've put up here. So it's a new thing that I've been working on. And we have also have Helpopedia, which I've been doing for several months as well. And Helpopedia was started last year, and is all about helping like high school and college age students, at least right now. If they're okay, may expand past that, but right now it's high school and college age, with helping with maybe getting into college or with finding a position, like a job when they're done or outside of going to college. But they're sort of toning things down here for the summer, but they have different they're called like chapter meetings on different topics. Like there's a well-being chapter, there is a special needs one, and there are some others. And so here can get a membership, and there's also volunteers can lead one of the chapter meetings, be a corporate member, or attend one of the chapters. But here is some of the benefits of being an actual member. Shared access to perhaps active clients, summarize a co-op, Evans Virtues Other. Can join chapter but have access to all of them. Earn referral fees or grant sponsorships to clients, to members. Featured in Virtual Academy Marketplace. Can feature books, your books, master classes, podcasts, blogs, so on. List your services with a calendar appointment link. Offer free access to Academy. It's apart from our volunteers, interns, early adopters, build reviews and Academy presence. Spotlight of our social media and international exposure. One for year to make things right. There's quickest our e-learning platform and social media. Which the Helpopedia is provided by Steros, which is run by Laura Lynn Mears. And this is some of the things that Steros does. and content categories. And everything you're too small to be afflicted and you're never spent in a mosquito. I appreciate everybody makes a contribution. And so they're committed to helping youth and parents with life skills, college planning, career exploration, awareness, and many other things. And for Success Academy, categories again. And there are different events. There's the calendar here. And there are other resources like podcasts that different members run, and things from YouTube and different blogs by people. And you can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And so, well, we are change makers. We're inspired and motivated to help others, determined to enable others for success. We're lifelong learners. We're here to learn and grow together. And here are the co-founders of Healthipedia, Laura Mears and Phil Vetrano. And then here are a couple other board members, along with the board is Laura, Phil, and there's Keith and Sensor and Ann Sullivan. And Christian and Bill are advisory council. And you can contact either through this form right here or through hello@healthipedia.org or 516-509-2500. So anyway, so this is one of the student part of it, and it's been a great group. So it's going to give me your change makers. So biggest thing that no asks for help goes unheard. So their purpose to initiate and sustain youth, family, and community education movement. Provide our youth with endless opportunities to prepare them for greater success at work and in life. So helps personal business goals, and so caring community, and same purpose to help others and to make a difference. And here's what Healthipedia does: provide services and support to those who ask for help. And of course, this is about what to do after high school or want to talk to someone about being bullied. Maybe you can find a job, focus on youth, but intend to expand that, as I said before. Bands are going to support anyone who has regardless of age or finances. And their mantra is nothing is impossible. Together we can help each other be more successful. And act in youth's best interests. And finances their knowledge and skill gaps, solutions. And then here's they aim to do generate an unprecedented number of opportunities for everyone to learn and grow. Our youth and parents to play multiple roles from contributor to role model. Provide youth with the necessary and valuable resources to better prepare them for success as adults. And gain access to our self-paced virtual success academy. There's benefits to youth. And valuable health, wellness, life, and career skills. Safe forum for people to have honest conversations. Building a digital resume. Get a soft skills badge. Distribute content to teach others. During community service hours. And person credentials. To college and job apps. Easy access to our own resources. Work-based learning internships. So this is a great group so far. We are a part of. So, and another thing that we have been doing last few years is what it's called the shakedown. And it is 15 minutes of music and motion. It was started by someone here in Madison, Wisconsin, who was being too more during the pandemic, and started this group every day at noon Central Time, 12 o'clock noon Central Time. That's where we get the name 12 o'clock shakedown. And it's to 10 minutes to music, and there are some moves like arms out in front, or the windshield wipers or in the car, different things like that. But you got arrows to do what you can do, yeah, just do whatever you can do. And it's been a lot of fun, and one of our category members, then Dr. Dunn, has a background that has suggestions for what to celebrate that day, or like famous people's birthdays. And like today is National Tell a Joke Day. So it's been a lot of fun. So if anybody is interested in joining us for that, let me know and can get you the link. That's one. It is we do put it out on Facebook Live. But we do have a Facebook page. So, and if you aren't able to come on today, there are a lot of all of the past Facebook Lives that we've done. So you just go into the 12 o'clock shakedown on Facebook page, so like all the words spelled out, and see all those. And it's like, Miss Barbara is back.
Yeah, and I sent the pictures. So I hope
Okay.
I sent some pictures. So yeah,
Okay.
so we'll see how easy it is to do this. But I sent them to
Yep,
message.
I'm seeing them, a few of them here.
Uh-huh.
Those are. You want me to share my screen and show them, or you just want me to look here?
But I just wondered, if I'm trying, like, if we're trying to share something, like how the bride and the groom were dressed, or how amazing the Capitol building is in Paris, and the kids in front of it who are not going to school on Fridays, but they're out there protesting.
Yeah,
That's
so,
one of the
yeah.
pictures. And
Yeah,
how they're
sure.
dressed from the revolution. Oh yeah. And to get to the mansion where they had all the dancing and everything happening, that was so beautiful. You had to go on this boat. And just to go across the river.
Oh boy. That was some pretty cool pictures there.
Yeah, it was a very amazing time. It was very beautiful. And there's, reality check, actual proof. I was there. Look. Well, I like the world behind you as a heart, right? So I missed what you were saying, that you wanted people to know that was important that's coming up.
Here's another. Sure. Nothing's loading here. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
picture
the
of-
capital. There are a lot of weddings that take place there. And it's funny, the girl that was like officiating the wedding, was I now pronounce you, seemed like she was 16 or something. It was funny.
Oh well.
She was wearing like this banner of, I guess, the colors of France. But it was, yeah, that's where it officiates. We have people that joined us today. We have people from on this time slot for the World of Ability.
Yeah, we had a couple of people show up here.
Uh-huh.
So
Ability now.
I was in the jury, we had a couple others. So it was all good. But yeah, so what I was saying before was that we started working with this guy that we met for the Happy Neighborhood Project with his product that he created called Easy Expo. And so like a conference thing, but virtual, like a virtual conference thing. So so you're gonna have like put videos and bring things up there, and it's pretty cool. So you can like register as an attendee, and just like you were like or going to an actual conference. So pretty cool thing.
Yeah, I like going to conferences. And you get to choose like what speaker you want to listen to.
Yeah, because there's like videos of past things up there. You can pick this video you want to watch and that kind of thing. So perfect. Yeah. And about the different people who are on there. Kind of thing. So is there anything else you want to add or say here, Barbara, before
Yeah, I'm
we
learning
shut
about
off
like
the recording?
fighting for your right to party, like telling people, hey, I want to go.
You're right.
And they're doing something fun, trying to get people like on board and speaking up for yourself so that, you know, life can be more fun for everybody.
Yeah. I think that might be about it for today. As where we are here every Saturday at 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern. I'd love to see everybody join us if you are interested in joining us as a guest. To please reach out to me at podcastengineer54@gmail.com or 262-372-1754. And also encourage everybody to check out all of our social media pages and like, share, comment, and so on with those. And I'd like to special thanks to Marcus Hart of Transforming Media, Jay Stoyan of the Disability Channel, Lawrence Wingate of Wingate Studios, and Zach Clayton of the Back Channel for playing these shows on their platforms. And so until next time, to wish everybody a safe and productive week and have a happy 4th of July, happy holiday, and stay safe and to stay happy. Thank you, everybody.